everyone, the cat's been fed, and it's time for another edition of Try Hard Racing with me, Roll Cage TV, where I do the... Wait a minute. I'm not really racing, am I? Gaming? Great, Try Hard Gaming? I guess I'm gaming, but I'm driving. Try Hard Trucking! Hello everyone, welcome to another edition of Try Hard Trucking with me, Roll Cage TV, where I do the best I can, what I've got, which is not a lot of tells, but a whole lot of... Not vroom vrooms, but rumble rumbles. That's right, we are playing a brand new game here today, SnowRunner. Folks, this is going to be a long series. If you don't feel familiar with SnowRunner, SnowRunner is Saber Interactive's magnum opus, as I say in the YouTube description. The game that they started with Spintires as independent, commercialized under the name MudRunners. And then SnowRunners was going to be MudRunners too, but it's just so much more. They called it SnowRunner. And it is quite comprehensive, as we'll know when we get into it. The original game started in 3 different locations. It is a open world Offroad Hauler game. That's kind of the genre that there's no official name for the genre. That's how new the genre is. Not that I could find. But it is driving trucks off-road, hauling stuff, back and forth, falling off the cliffs and stuff. Really awesome game. Just got into it like a month ago. Started playing it on stream. Decided, you know what? I think this is worth doing a whole YouTube series over. So I'm going to do a whole YouTube series over it. My plan is to play it from beginning to end. And beginning to end is a lot, because the game started with 3 locations, and the 3 original locations had 4 maps each, and then they've just added more and more and more locations to the game through yearly passes. They've now added 12 seasons to the game. Each season adds 1 to 4, adds 1 new location with 1 to 4 maps apiece, and so there are 19 locations right. Now there's 15 locations now. They just announced a 4th season or 4th yearly pass. You're going to have 4 new locations, so 19 locations by the time it's all said and done. So what's the game about? Well, let's start a new game and find out. I'm just going to do a straight new campaign, but if you look at the Twitch description or the YouTube description, I'm calling this easy mode, and that's kind of tongue-in-cheek, but you'll see why. Yeah, let's just start a new game. Tapping on the 2 there, and here we go. The idea is you have trucks. Small trucks, big trucks, medium trucks, humongous trucks. And you have contracts. The original game, Spintires / MudRunners, was all about logging. You had to drive through muddy logging areas and pick up logs. Sometimes you could just tell them to throw them in your truck. Sometimes you had to get the crane out, throw them in. Very popular game. This version, because it's so long, has been around for a number of years. I guess 3 years now. They just finished 3 season passes. And they're coming out with a new version that's not really a sequel. It's a spin-off. They're kind of calling it a spin-off game, which is going to be a smaller scope, calling it Expeditions, a MudRunner game, where it's going to focus less on the hauling aspect of things and more on the exploration, finding Easter egg hunt kind of thing. That's going to be out in a few months, but the hardcore SnowRunners that I've talked to are not really interested in a new game other than that's interesting, that'll be fun for the kids. So, we'll see. Maybe it'll be like Age of Empires 3 or Age of Empires 4. Age of Empires 4 came out and was basically Age of Empires 2 light. Age of Empires 2, 20 years old game, still has the most popular. It's a real-time strategy game I used to play a lot. Still has the most popular. The biggest following, Age of Empires 2, even though Age of Empires 3 came out shortly thereafter and really stunk. Nobody liked it. And then they tried to reboot the reboot the series with Age of Empires 4, and they got a lot of the kids who were just younger than 20 years old, but anyone over the age of about 25 who played the original said, no, this isn't as good. It's got lots of nice graphics. It's not as good. So hopefully, I hope them well. I hope they make money out of the new game, but it's not going to have the following this game has. It's already pretty clear. And they don't intend it to be. They don't intend it to be a sequel. They intend it to be a spin-off. Something to make a little bit money on the side, because they put unbelievable amounts of money into the game. This game, SnowRunners, is very expensive, and you get an awful lot for the money, as you'll see as I continue this series. My goal with this series is to 100% complete everything. Find every task, complete every task, find every item, every upgrade, every truck, map the entire map to the extent that's physically possible. That's the only way you ever really find everything. Yeah, do it all the extras, everything. And it's going to be a long series. I expect the series to take, multiple years. When I first played through the game, it was over 200 hours of gameplay, around 200 hours of gameplay just to get through the first region here, Michigan. And if I did that again, 200 hours at about 5 hours of YouTube videos being produced, 5 hours streaming a week, that'd be 40 weeks. That means I wouldn't get to the next region until Happy Thanksgiving, everyone. It'll be Thanksgiving time 2024. We're going to see that doesn't happen, which is why the easy mode comes into play, and I'll explain more about that as we go on. But first thing you face when you come to a new game is the tutorial. And I am going to play through the tutorial, even though I played the game before. It's tempting to skip it, but this is a 100% playthrough, not a 99.9999% playthrough. So I'm going to do the tutorial as well, because that gives me a task to do. You can see how task works. First of all, paraphrasing what's on the screen, you are joining our recovery and maintenance efforts for the flood, and we need you to fix the bridge so you can get to the other side of the river. 3 things you need to do: find a watchtower, find a truck capable of transporting the materials to repair the bridge, which is what you're trying to do, and after the bridge is repaired, reach your first garage. Garages are keys, because that's where you can store vehicles, repair vehicles, upgrade your vehicles, very importantly, upgrade materials in your vehicles. So, all right, let's get started. And don't worry, all these things will go off after a while. I have not repeat things on. Oh, by the way, for those of you, I'll jump into this right away. For those of you who are familiar with the game, some of the settings I have here. First setting is steering mode, steering wheel. Here's a hot tip for you, and I was tempted to split this out into like a short, like a YouTube short. Hey, bro, I got this great TikTok-y tip for you. Not everybody knows the secret that nobody's going to tell you. A lot of people complain that this game is broken because they don't like the steering aspect. Well, I am playing with a controller, not a steering wheel. So normally I would say controller. And the game is sort of meant to be played in this mode, in the controller mode. What the difference is in controller mode, it's like it mimics a mouse, it mimics keyboard driving, where if you move the controller to the left, the wheels turn to the left. When you let go of the controller moving to the left, the wheels stay to the left. Just like if you were driving with a keyboard, you tap the key to the left, and it's gonna, every time you tap it to the left, it turns a little bit more to the left. And if you stop tapping, it stays turned to the left, and then you tap to the right, and it goes back to the right. That's how you control a car with keyboard. And the game originally was played with a keyboard in mind, keyboard and mouse. So that's what controller steering is, and it's useful if you want to get really fine control of steering, which can be important in certain aspects sometimes. When you're driving through mud, you don't want the angle of your wheels to change if you got the angle of your wheel just right because you're trying to drive through the mud, etc. But the secret that they don't tell you anywhere, except here in the one YouTube video I saw it on, was if you set the steering mode to wheel, then, as it says on the right there, if you look closely, steering wheel input is controller, only positive input is applied, wheels start back, and the blah, blah, blah. Steering, the last paragraph there, steering wheel, steering input is applied directly, intended to use with a steering wheel, comma, and this is the important part, will cause automatic wheel centering if this mode is used with a controller. And so I decided to start playing this with a controller, and I like it a little bit better. I'm still getting used to it, but I like it a little bit better. So this is an option for you if you find the steering to be kind of funky, because it's not like, there's no auto centering. So if you're used to, you know, Grand Theft Auto or Need for Speed or whatever, or some other racing game where while you're playing with a controller, it auto centers when you let go of the stick. This will auto center when you let go of the stick. So it could be, if you're used to playing the game without it, it can take a little, it could be a little disorienting, perhaps. The other thing to mention is my controller layout. The control scheme I'm using is D, and this is not one I've seen other people use. Most people just default to A, which is completely different, and it requires holding 2 buttons to do a lot of things. That's too much noise for me. I don't like that. MudRunner is basically controller scheme B. If you're used to playing MudRunner, this is one of the controls that MudRunner had. I found the controller scheme D is my favorite. Basically, D is the same as B, except D has some of the keys switched. So if you're used to playing MudRunner, you just have to learn the new controls. Primarily reason is, I was playing under B because I had played MudRunner, and the left stick, if you press the left stick down, it toggles your camera view, and it's also used the steering wheel. And when I steer, if something happens, I clench. My left hand clenches, and I clench down on that stick, and suddenly my view would change, and I couldn't see what I was doing. I'd run off a cliff. So if I change it to D, when I clench, it doesn't change the camera view anymore and honks the horn, which is more appropriate. It wakes me up. Plus, my clutch then is on the left button, left bumper, and again, if I had my clutch over here on controller scheme B, means you have to hold the right bumper or right stick down, and then it's much more difficult for me. So anyway, controller scheme D. Those are my 2 tips. If you're new to the game, get used to controller scheme D. I think it's much more natural with other driving games, and with the clutch in the place that you would expect, and also with the steering wheel controls. And that's it. Those are the 2 things I want to go over. Little hot tips at the beginning, and you have no idea what I'm talking about because I haven't actually started playing yet. But let's get going. The other thing I wanted to check was to make sure that I had the repeat tips off. Yes, repeat hints is off. That's important. You start off, when you start off the game, it tells you repeat hints. I turned them off. And I also went to gallons, miles from the metric system, because I'm an American. I feel more comfortable with that. Plus, I think if you play with fuel costs you, I think it costs you $8 a gallon. But if you play with liters, it costs you $8, or buckaroonies, whatever their currency is. It costs you 8 buckaroonies per liter, or 8 buckaroonies per gallon. Well, you get a lot more fuel in a gallon than a liter. So another hot tip if you play in hard mode. So let's get started. Use your move always, oops, button, open the map, and it's going to tell me what I want to do. There, it's telling me, open the map. This is the map. You can scroll out, you can scroll in. It's telling me I should go to this waypoint right here, watchtower. So I'm going to set a waypoint, which you hit a button, lower right hand corner, tells you. And I see a lot of people that first started playing the game miss this. There's a lot of information on the screen here. Lower right hand corner, right trigger, add destination point. Left trigger will remove destination point. So I want to go to the watchtower, right trigger. Now I know where I'm headed. Why they have you headed there instead of this one that's right here, I don't know, but I'm just following the tutorial. I do what I told. And starting my engine, getting going, turning my volume up because it's pretty low on my screen. Hopefully you guys can hear it. I do have engine volume down because some of the vehicles are really loud. Now it's telling me if you're driving through rough terrain, you can put it in low. And so I'm holding the left bumper because that's my clutch, put it in low. And now it's telling me if I'm still having trouble to put in all-wheel drive, which of course I'm going to do. So I've got an all-wheel drive. And putting it in low is really just slowing me down. So I'm going to keep an all-wheel drive. These are the vehicles you start with in the game. I'm going to go through the tutorial. It's not very long. Just as if I was playing the game for the very first time. But as I mentioned, this is easy mode. The vehicles they start you with are not easy. The game is very, very frustrating. It took me 200 hours to get through it the first time. But it took me 200 hours to get through every single region in the game now. They started with only 3 regions. Now, like I said, there's 15, soon to be 19 regions in the game. So it took me 200 hours to get through 19 regions in the game. And I wouldn't, because the game gets easier as you go along. But if it did, at 5 hours a week, which way do I want to go here? Sure, I'll continue to go this way. You can move these around too, so if you hold it down on the thing, you can move it. At 500 hours, at 40 hours a week, no, at 5 hours a week, 200 hours is 40 weeks. Multiply that by 19. It would take me about 14 years to finish this tutorial. I may not even have 14 years left. So I'm an old man. I think my neighbors now are upset about curfew time. I think my neighbors in the assisted living facility would be really upset about my breaking curfew if I play this game in 14 years. Oh yes, it's telling you to use the codex to learn about different types of terrain. The codex is pretty much worthless. I don't use the codex. I use the wiki. What is it? Code Runners? Or it's actually MudRunners.fandom.com. Maybe it's Spintires.fandom.com. That was the original game. Oh, I hurt myself already. Let me back up. It's going to tell me that the water level's low, but you can just power through here. You don't have to go around, even though they tell you to go around. Now they're going to tell me, oh, there's a fuel station here. You should fill up. Actually, I think, did they say gas station? No, you refill here near any vehicle. I think they even say gas. Well, here they say gas because it's supposed to be America. But, yeah, they call it gas. Which a lot of people play this game in Europe. It became hugely popular in England, I noticed. Hey, how's it going? Mr. Abuck, how are you doing? We are playing SnowRunners, finally. Premiere episode here. This is going out to YouTube. And it's going to be a full replay. Thanks for stopping by to the stream yesterday, playing TT Isle of Man 3 yesterday. And I had the worst day of playing Isle of Man I ever had. I was doing so poorly. One, I had very little sleep because I couldn't sleep thinking about playing this game the next day, making sure everything was set up. It was terrible, but now we're settled in here. I'm going to be here for like 5.5, 6 hours getting this thing done. You have MudRunner on Epic. You've been meaning to play this. Oh, man. I got this on sale. I recommend getting the game. I recommend getting it on sale. I got it 50% off. This is very expensive for the whole season passes thing. I don't know what it's like on... It is on Steam now, as well as Epic, I believe. It started off just on Epic. I'm playing on an Xbox. I got it on an Xbox. And like I said, 50% off sale. I know Steam has sales a lot. I don't know about Epic. If you're a committed member of the Epic community, more power to you. Both Steam, both Valve and Epic have issues that people will talk about, but there's no sense fighting between the two. But yeah, I love this game. Stick around. Watch what some of the differences are. It's not all about logging. It's about everything, and it's massive. It's expensive, but it's massive. They just announced a year 4 pass. So there's 3 locations in the base game, and then each year pass gives you a season that adds 4 seasons that add a new location. So right now they just released season 12, so there's 15 locations. There's going to be 19 locations by the end of this year. It's crazy. Trying not to read the screens. You guys can read them yourself, but it's telling me that I've got revealed part of the map And I can look at my surroundings now on the map, and I need to find a truck that's capable of transporting materials needed to repair the bridge. So, I have to hit X. Now, if I launch the, there's this nice set piece scene here, but it knows where you are in the car. Beautiful world, though. Beautiful open world. I just can't resist going into photo mode. Oh, first of all, let's turn down the vignette, because that's really annoying. And turn up the field of view, and turn down the aperture so you can see everything. Turn on the free cam. This is a nice cheating way if you want to find something, but this is the view of the world, and everything you can see is yours. All of that out there, even off beyond the fog, most of that is something that you can actually drive through too. It's I can't wander too far away from my vehicle. That would really be cheating, but yeah. This is just one map of 4 that's in this location, and there's 15 locations currently, soon to be 19 locations. Very impressive game. Okay, now looking at the map, it's going to tell me in big bold letters where there's a vehicle. Right, yes, that's the vehicle I want to get to. Right there, setting a waypoint. Now I can move the line around and say, okay, the best way to get there is to go to here, and then go down here, right, and over here, and then up here, and I'll find it. Boom, there, okay. Pressing the right trigger, you can place markers. I just did that! Did you not see me do that? Do I stream directly from Xbox or do I have hooked up to a capture card? I stream directly from Xbox using the Twitch app on Xbox. I have that augmented with I have it going from the Xbox to a service I pay for a nominal amount of money called Lightstream. And what Lightstream allows me to do is integrate your streaming overlays and things. So there's chat that appears in the corner, you'll see. I have other things. I have a Be Right Back screen and starting soon screen, all that stuff. That stuff you can do via Lightstream. It costs a couple dollars a month. Yeah, about $5 a month or something to go through Lightstream. But it's worth it, because then I can do a professional looking stream and not have to use a PC. Because I don't have a PC that can handle streaming. I have an old laptop. Why am I going this way? Okay, this way. This is the way I want to go. Yes, that's my stream setup. It's janky. I am getting new, my internet provider contacted them. They're going to be sending new equipment soon. I've got a really powerful service, but I have really old equipment. So they're getting me new equipment that may allow me to stream at 1080 sometime soon. 1080 60 rather than the 720 30 I'm streaming it now. But you can I am affiliated on Twitch, so that gives me the ability to allow people on lesser machines to also watch the stream. So even if I do stream at a higher quality and you're on like a phone and using data servers or something, you'd still be able to turn the quality down. But the thing about Twitch is they don't give you that magical box called a transcoder that will broadcast at different, let you select as a viewer. A transcoder lets you select the resolution you want to watch the stream at. Like my monitor, I have it turned down to like 160 when I'm watching it. Unfortunately, you need to be an affiliate to do that. They don't treat the customers not making money on. It's good, so. But I have all ads turned off that I can turn off. Unfortunately, there are pre-roll ads on my Twitch channel. I can't help that. Jeff Bezos needs to make some money off of me. I make next to no money. If you want to give me money, though, you can either subscribe on YouTube, on Twitch, or you can Xlam tip. You can just throw me money that way, or give me bits, cheers, whatever. It helps pay for the Lightstream. I don't think I even make enough money to pay for my Lightstream service. I just do it for the fun. Anyway, yes, what is it telling me? Look at the codex. Codex is worthless. Hit X. That's the only thing I care about. I found a new truck, and the truck is not very good, but it does let me actually do the hauling, because this pickup can't haul anything. So I'm going to change to this truck, which is repaired and full of fuel, fortunately. Yeah, best truck for the job. It's not the best truck for the job, but it'll get the job done. So let's see. What are they telling me to do next? Now they're telling me I need to select the mission. Contracts tab, over here. Steel River Township, the only contract I have. Old Bridge Reconstruction. And first of all, I need to pick up metal beams here and deliver them to the old bridge here. And then I need to pick up wooden planks here and deliver them to the old bridge here. Now, I can do both of these at once, but I have plans for the other thing. It turns out that where these you pick up the planks, there's also a I'm gonna hit X to get out of this. There's a sideboard trailer here, which if I highlight it will tell me that there's 2 wooden planks there. So I could just pull up to the trailer, grab those, and then do it all at once. But I'm not going to do it all at once. I'm going to do it the way it was intended, because it will help me scout out a little bit more. So setting some waypoints. First of all, come over here and pick up the metal. I am if you're watching on Twitch, I've mentioned that this is going out on YouTube. If you're watching on YouTube, this is being streamed on Twitch, twitch.tv/@RollCageTV. Sorry, twitch.tv/RollCageTV. YouTube.com/@RollCageTV is my YouTube channel. And notice, this truck is not a great truck. It doesn't have all-wheel drive. It doesn't have good tires. It kind of stinks. But I have plans of turning this game into easy mode. Easy mode is kind of a tongue-in-cheek. That's why I have it in parentheses or in quotations. People, when I look online, if you look on Twitch, on YouTube now, a lot of the playthroughs are from a couple years ago when the game first came out. But there are still people playing through the game because they keep releasing content. And they just released new content, so a lot of people are playing the game again right now. But there's so many, what I see as hard mode, and there is a version of the game called hard mode. You may have seen at the beginning when I started off the game, you could play a new campaign or you could play it in hard mode. Everybody wants to play it in hard mode. Here's how you play in hard mode. I'm not a hard mode kind of guy. I'm not very good. I'm an old man. I play terrible at video games, and this would be my... I haven't even played through the entire game once yet. I've got through like halfway through the next location. And so hard mode is not for me. So I'm playing it in easy mode. That is basically this basic game, but I've got a trick up my sleeve too to make the game even easier. So I can load it either in my truck or I could do a manual loading, which I don't have a crane, so I can't do that. So I'm just going to load it directly into my truck. There is no actual easy mode, but stick around. If you first play the game, you'll find out that the game is very difficult. There actually is a way to play the game in what you might call cheater mode. There's an option called New Game Plus. New Game Plus lets you set a bunch of options to either make the game harder or easier. You can make the game easier by doing things like, I'm going to start off on a higher experience level, or I'm going to start off with a whole bunch of money, or I'm going to make it so that I don't even have to pay for trailers or trucks or anything. Just take the economy right out of the game. But I'm not going to do that. That's not how I'm going to do easy mode. I am going to use, what do they call, people sometimes derisively called, pay-to-win trucks. I bought all the DLC when I bought this game. And this is not necessarily an advertisement for buying the DLC. But as I've said before, I don't want to play this. I don't want to take 200 hours just to get through the first section. So maybe I could turn my lights on. That would help. So you'll see when I get through the tutorial, I'm going to go to the garage and I'll show you. I'm not going to use these starter vehicles. I'm going to use the vehicles that I will tell you what DLC I recommend. And DLC comes if you get. I highly recommend the yearly passes, obviously, because that gives you major amounts of content for a reasonable amount of money. You might consider some of the other things you'd pay for, like you can pay $2-3 to get a couple of extra trucks in the game that are awesome, massive, very useful trucks, and those are the vehicles that I'm going to be using to get through the game a little bit simpler. So I'm not going to use New Game Plus. I am going to play through the game, quote unquote, legitimately, but I am going to play it with DLC trucks. So I've got all the DLC for the game. All the yearly passes, as well as all the extra vehicles and tires. There's a tire pack, which will let you get good tires right away, because tires are the biggest thing. You have to get through a lot of levels in order to get mud tires. You're playing on highway tires during most of the game, and that's the main thing that slows you down, because you get stuck all the time. Your vehicles will flip over a lot. Very frustrating until you get yourself established. Oh, I did not actually, I looked at the contract, but I didn't actually select it. I have to say, activate it. There we go. Now I've activated it. And now it's going to tell me to pick up the materials, but I already picked up the materials. So now I can just drop them off. Repair the bridge. Find the materials you need. I got the materials I need. Come on, tutorial. You're behind on me. There we go. Yes, I can show you, if you do want to play, like I said, when you start a new game, when I take my first break, if you're still around, I'll show you how that is. How you can start a new game in New Game Plus mode, and then you can set any options you want, including giving yourself levels to start with, so you can buy new tires and stuff right away. You see the vanilla game is on, it's on sale on PlayStation. It's also a 4-year anniversary bundle. Geez, it costs around $120. Yeah, buy the, get it on sale. If just the base game's on sale, I got the 3-year version because the fourth anniversary edition was not out yet. I got the 3-year anniversary edition for $50 on Xbox. And so I saved $50. I spent another $30 on extra DLC, but I did get the whole thing for under $100, but that didn't include the 4-year pass. Then I bought the 4-year pass, which just came out. If you're not sure about, if only the base game is on sale, you can get the base game on sale just to try it out, and then you can decide whether you want to invest the money in the anniversary passes individually, or you can just trust some random guy on the internet and say, yeah, get the 4-year pass, it's worth the money. But I would wait until the 4-year pass is on sale. Oops, wrong, wait, where am I going? Oh, I'm going the wrong way already. I forgot which way I was supposed to go. I've got to get the wood now. Getting all distracted. I have seen games that were a lot of money that were just a ripoff, and I've seen games that are really cheap and good value for the money. This is one of those rare games that is really expensive, but really worth the money. But of course, you don't know that until you play it. So, watching me is one way, hopefully, to get an idea of what is involved and how much content there is, and that the game is worth spending the money for, even though I'm not getting the kickback. I mean, I just love the game. I'm a big fan of the game. So I don't want anyone to spend money they don't have. But yeah, it's there is such a community out there. Oh, I could leave a link to the SnowRunner Discord. I gotta I gotta make put a link to their Discord somewhere. I think if you just search for, I did it again. This is why it's called Try Hard Gaming, because I screw up a lot. I missed my exit again. No, I have to get the wood. Follow the script here. Get the wood. I'm chatting. I'm not paying attention. Yes, that's a very good idea. That's exactly what I did. I tried out MudRunner first, because I got it for... I didn't get it for free because I didn't have Play Pass, but I got it for like $10 or something on sale. Just to see if I liked the genre. And I liked it a lot, but keep in mind this game is way more content than MudRunner. MudRunner has like 6 maps or something like that, and if you get the DLC with MudRunner, American Wild, it adds another 3 maps or something like that. This game has, actually I think I can I do that? From here? Global map X. I'll hit the global map and you'll see. Okay, this is the first region, Michigan. Michigan has 4 maps. The next region, Alaska, has 4 maps. The third region, Timir in Russia, has 4 maps. This is the base game. It comes with 12 maps. And then the first year pass gives you Season 1 has 2 maps. Season 3 has 2 maps. Season 1, Season 2 has 2 maps. Season 3 has 2 maps. And then Season 4 has 4 maps. That's year 1. Year 2 pass, another 2, another 2, another 1, and then another 4. Season 3, another 2, another 2, another 2, another 4. And then they're going to have another season after that, which is going to have, again, 2, 2, 2, and 4. So, and these maps are not small. They're large. If I go back to the local map, you can see this is quite an extensive map, larger than the MapRunner maps in general. Some of the maps are smaller. But, yeah, so that's, I can't even add how many maps there are. So it averages like 3 times 15, so 45 maps, something like that. A lot of stuff to do, yeah. And I haven't even finished the tutorial yet, so it's not even showing me on my list of tasks what there is to do. It's only showing me 1 contractor. Once I finish the tutorial, you'll see there's 3 different contractors, plus there's all these local tasks to do. And I haven't found any of those yet. When I get through the tutorial, you'll see all of those. Yeah, very, very thorough. And not just logs. MudRunner is all about logs. This is about all kinds of things. It did that. In fact, when it first came out, they didn't have logging in the game. They released it without the logging, knowing that they were going to add it later, and they did add it later. I don't know if it was in one of the season passes or adding the logging was a free update, but when they added the logging, they went back and added it to the base game. It wasn't, you didn't have to pay for the logging when they added it into the base game, even though it came out with a update, DLC update. So yeah, it adds a whole nother dimension to everything. The first episode is going to take a little bit longer. I'm trying to keep my episodes down between 45 minutes and an hour. Ow, I got damage! You have damage! Yes, I know. I have to go fix it. Don't keep telling me that. Okay, I'll be done with the tutorial here in a minute. I'm doing so much chatting, not much working. Load the 2 wood that I need. I'm not going to exit that way. That's a sucker way to exit. I happen to know there's a lot of mud that way. And my vehicle cannot handle the mud right now. Yeah, I feel bad now. I hope easy mode wasn't false advertising. You can't play. I was thinking about going into New Game Plus and giving myself boosted levels and stuff to make the game easier, but I decided. In fact, some people had recommended, man, you're going to play through this on YouTube. You should, you should like make trucks free and make everything free. And I don't really want to make everything free because it's not really the game to make everything free, or make All upgrades available right from the start. Well, then what's the use of having to find the upgrades throughout the world if they're all available right from the start? So I decided the way that I was going to make it easier was just use the DLC trucks that are available. And also, it's a big thumbing the nose. I'm trying to think of a clean way of saying this. Thumbing the nose at all the people out there that say, "Oh man, you shouldn't use that truck. It makes the game. It ruins the game. Makes the game too easy. You use that truck. Oh, that's a pay-to-win truck." First of all, paying to win implies that there's a loser. This is not a competitive game. You're not paying to win. It's not like Call of Duty where you're dropping a loot box on some poor kid that can't afford to pay the DLC that you did buy. You're not beating anyone. You're only playing against yourself. It's not like you're racing the other trucks. It's not Demolition Derby where you're trying to get a contract before the other truck does and you run them off the road and stuff. That would be a cool game, but that's not the game that I'm playing. Too easy is perfectly difficult for me. You know it, brother. Amen. I am an old man, right? I'm retired. I'm in my 60s. I don't usually say exactly how old I am, but I'm in my 60s. I've had enough hard in my life. Too easy is just right for a retiree. Okay, now it's telling me everything is cool. Yes, everything's good. I got the bridge. Now all I have to do is find the garage. But I'm going to actually... I have a reason for doing this. I'm going to find the garage, not with this truck. I'm going to park this truck, stop the engine, go to my map, switch back to my original truck, and let's see, where am I? Go here, and around here. I do know my way around this first map, and I still kept making long turns. Okay. And now I'm going to come down this road here, and it's telling me that the garage is here. I happen to know the way to the garage. It's down this way and around through here. I'll pass those watchtowers. We're not going to trigger them yet. You can also skip ahead. This is another way I'm going to make it easy on myself. You hit the, on my controller, the right, or it's the Y button on the PlayStation. It's whatever the top button is. It says on the bottom, just read what's on the screen. I've watched so many YouTube videos, you know, the younger ones. They're like, "Hey, I'm playing this new game, and you know, great. And so let me rush my way through because I wanna, you know, be an entertaining YouTuber who plays 20 different games. And how do I do this again? Oh, whatever. I don't have time to read the screen. I'm a YouTuber. YouTubers don't read the screen. They just play on feel, and so they'll sit here for 10 minutes trying to figure out how to do one thing." Because they're not bothering to read the screen. They just want to figure it out on their own. You're 37 and you're a senior on Twitch. Well, old man. I know. You create content? I don't know if you drop me a follow. I'll follow you back. I mean, you can always unfollow me later. But drop me a follow if you create content. I'll follow you back, and then maybe I'll raid you sometime if you're creating content. If you're creating content, or if you're just watching on Twitch, that's cool too. It's not followers on Twitch I'm looking for. I got plenty of followers on Twitch. I am looking for YouTube subscribers because I've committed myself. My YouTube subscribers are way behind my Twitch followers. I only got like half the YouTube subscribers at Twitch. And I committed myself to doing a Discord once I get 100 YouTube subscribers. And I'm getting ever so close. I've got people that said they were going to help me. Maybe all-wheel drive would help. I got people that said that they would help me create the Discord. And I really want to get a Discord because two-way communication between everyone. The Discord would be both for Twitch followers and YouTube subscribers. So it's not just for, you know, YouTube people. It would be for both. You would have to be either a follower on Twitch or a subscriber on YouTube because Discord can be a real nightmare place if it's just an open Discord You get hate rated and stuff. It's a wonderful place, but it's a dangerous place, and I try to keep myself all ages friendly here. So it's not worth doing a Discord unless I know I'm going to get people there who promise to be respectful. So, but yeah, I hope to do the Discord, but I still need a little over 10 subscribers on YouTube. Let me read this. Already following you, have a full playlist of Civilization 2. Been almost those years ago, haven't done anything since. Oh, well, okay. If you're gonna, stream MudRunner. Pick up MudRunner, stream MudRunner. That'll be fine. Exclam, in fact, I'll type it in now. It's only going to go out, it's not going to go on the screen. But exclam YT. That's a link to my YouTube channel, youtube.com/@RollCageTV. Anyone watching the VOD later can see that in the Twitch. You can also just search for RollCageTV. You can even search for RollCageTV without the underbar on Twitch, and you'll see me, because the guy that doesn't have the underbar on Twitch hasn't logged on in 5 years. I've been whispering him over and over again saying, brother, I will pay you money to change your handle so I can get rid of the underbar on mine, because everywhere on all my social medias, everywhere on the Xbox network, on the EA Play, on Steam, everywhere, I'm RollCageTV without the underbar. But one guy out there on Twitch has RollCageTV without the underbar, and I want it. So if anybody out there knows this guy, tell him I'm looking for him. You follow my Civ 6 struggles. Oh, okay. That's where I know you from. Is your ID the same? Are you the guy that's been following me? The thing looked kind of familiar, but I wasn't sure what your YouTube ID was. Welcome, brother. Oh, okay. Yeah, it looked familiar, but I wasn't sure. Are you the person that just finished the science victory and did it in like an eighth of the time it's taken me to do it? Congratulations. Yeah, for those of you who don't know, I'm streaming Civilization 6 on the weekdays and publishing that to YouTube on the weekdays. And then on the weekends, on Saturdays, I'm doing racing, either Dirt Rally 2 or a motorcycle racing game, Isle of Man 3. Those also go up on YouTube. And then this I'm now streaming on Sundays, which is going to go up on YouTube. So I'm going to have like 13 YouTube videos per week if things work out the way I'm hoping them to work out. Okay, almost there. And when I did this in practice last week, it took me 25 minutes to get to this point, and it's taken me 45 minutes to get to this point. So this is actually a good time to end the YouTube episode, but I'm not. I'm going to continue on. I wasn't supposed to go that way. Yes, the garage. Let me get inside the garage. I have one quick thing to do before I can come out here and talk about what all this other stuff is on the screen in front of me. Oh, and I get money just for discovering the garage. How about that? Okay, I hit the little button to move the garage. Now, unfortunately, what you have to do is they talk you through one other thing. That is you, okay. You have to store your vehicle, because I want to show you how you go to different locations. So you hit, in this case, the go away. Retain, bottom of the screen there, it says X to retain. Again, that's my Xbox controller button. So X to retain, the vehicle goes away. Now go to the global map, hit Y. They're telling you to go over to Alaska, and now you can hit X to go right to the garage. So hit X here to go to the garage, and you are not going to see Alaska again at the beginning of this playthrough. I'm going to do all of the locations in order. So I'm not going to step foot in Alaska until I get through Michigan. I'm not going to step foot in Tamir until I get finished Alaska, etc. I'm doing everything in order. But I do want to finish the tutorial because it is a 100% playthrough. And so now they're telling me to pull the truck back out. And you may notice something suspicious here. These are all the paid DLC trucks, and they're going to come into play very shortly. Let me finish the tutorial. Now they say I have to leave to finish the tutorial. And there it is. The tutorial's over. And if you read this screen, if you're watching on YouTube, you can just pause it. It tells me that, you know what? You really shouldn't be here. We wanted to teach you how to move between regions, but this is too difficult. So go back. Go home. So I am going to go home. I am going to recover my truck, which puts me back in the garage. And now I'm going to, again, hit X to retain my vehicle and hit the global map and go back to Michigan. Hit X to go to the garage. And now I'm back where I started. It's kind of silly that they make you do that as part of the tutorial. I have a feeling that was added on at the end. They got through the whole tutorial and then somebody said, wait a minute, we never taught you how to go to a new region. When you're done with Michigan, you want to go to Alaska. We need to teach you how to do that. Why don't we add it to the tutorial? So they did, but it's silly because it's completely out of order. So now I'm back in Michigan, and one thing you can do when you have trucks in storage, there's two things you can do. You can either come here and you can deploy the vehicle, bottom right here, A button to deploy, or you can do something else. You can say sell. And, I'm going to sell it. Oh, no, that was my last vehicle. How can I sell? Well, wait a minute. What are all these things? Oh, look at that. Because I bought the paid DLC, I get all these other vehicles. And you know what? All of these other vehicles are playable right from scratch. The vehicles that are come with the game make the game really difficult to start with. But this is easy mode, and I spent the extra $20, whatever it is, to buy these vehicles. I'm going to use them because I like easy mode. So I'm going to come over here. Remember that truck that I got? Yeah, I got a much better one. Let's see. That was a Scout truck. Let's come over here to Scout trucks. That wasn't Scout. Scout trucks. This thing. Oh, this thing's great. It comes with off-road tires. It is a lot more stable. It's not going to tip over. I'm just going to deploy that one instead. And I like the color green. So there's a livery here that's green. I'm going to pick the green livery. There we go. And I'll upgrade it later. But first of all, now that I have a good Scout vehicle, I also need a good road vehicle or hauling vehicle. Now I got that GMC outside that I haven't brought to the garage yet. Actually, let me go do that. Let me I got this GMC out here that I found. Let me go ahead and if you say recover, it takes you right to the garage. So let me take it to the garage. I've got this thing. You know what? This thing is also junk. So I'm going to go to storage, open up storage, and I'm going to sell this one too. Because it's terrible. I got a different vehicle in mind. I'm going to get, let's see. I've got, what are they? I've got a heavy truck here. Heavy truck. That's not a bad one. That's not a bad one. Scroll through. Bah! That's right. This is the Mastodon DLC. The Zik 612H. This vehicle is actually modeled on an old Soviet ballistic missile carrier. It does not tip. It does not get stuck in the mud. It does not care about anything. I care about it. I'm buying it. And I'm going to... Well, I actually don't have to buy it because I paid for the DLC, so I don't need any money. I'll make this one in blue. And let's see. Problem with this Scout vehicle is it can't do a trailer. It can't carry a trailer. So, but paid DLC is nice. Look look for the other scout vehicles. Let's see, where is it? Jeep Wrangler. Oh, look at that one. That's nice and stable. And it can carry a trailer. So, bam, it's mine. And I'm going to make this one orange. And there's a problem with this vehicle also. This vehicle is indestructible, but it's also kind of slow. So we need something a little faster. So we go to the truck storage. And I think this is a heavy duty truck. We come here. GMC Brigadier. It's like the other GMC, only better. And it comes with better equipment right off the bat. So, bam. I'm going to use that vehicle. And I'm going to paint it yellow. And so now I've got yellow, I got green, I got purple, I got all of these things. But go to truck storage. Anything else I want to get here? No. So I'm just going to sell everything. Sell it all. None of these are any good. Not compared to the ones I already got. And so if you buy the DLC, you get to do stuff like this. All those are junk. So now look at how much money I have. I have 1.6 million credits. And I've got my starting crew here. I have a gap in my list though. See, the problem is you need a vehicle that can... This is a great vehicle, but if it ever does get stuck, it needs somebody to come rescue it. And I looked through the list of other heavy vehicles. It's a heavy vehicle, but it's like the heaviest vehicle. And there's nothing that can really rescue this vehicle. Except maybe I've got an idea. Let me go to the global map. There's another vehicle I can get. And I said I wasn't going to go to Russia, but it turns out that if I go to Russia, just the garage, the vehicle I want to buy, I don't have to go to Russia to find it, but I do have to go to Russia to buy it. And in case you're wondering, what vehicle is it in Russia that he's going to buy that is the only vehicle in the game that can tow that monstrous vehicle? It's a monstrous Russian vehicle. What possible vehicle is there that's a monstrous Russian vehicle that's heavy duty that can tow that monstrous Russian vehicle? Go away, tutorial. You know what it is? It's another one of the same monstrous vehicles. So I'm going to purchase it. I'm not going to deploy it because I'm going to go back to Michigan, go back to the garage, and I'm going to have two of them. They can work in tandem. And that's how we play it here. That's how we start off the game not struggling. Once this loads. So this is going to be my starting crew. And if you're watching on YouTube, you may recognize bam, pick this and customize the color, go with that. And if you're watching on YouTube, you may notice that this crew that I have developed here, this is what's on my thumbnail. These 5 cars, vehicles, trucks. This is my starting crew. This is my easy mode starting crew. They all come with enough options right off the bat that even starting at level 2, I think you get to level 2 by the time you finish the tutorial, I can do everything I want to do to get through Michigan. Now, these 2 Mastodons, the Zix Mastodons, they are going to get me through the entire game. This Rezvani Hercules, it could get me through the entire game. People say there's better scout vehicles, but I could play through this. This is going to go deep into the game. These other 2, this one is going to be replaced probably by the time I finish Michigan. There's another car that you have to find in Michigan that I can upgrade, but I have to find all the upgrades and get to a high enough level that I can upgrade it to be better than this one. And this vehicle here is actually a pretty good scout vehicle. Again, this is a best scout vehicle, but it can't carry a trailer. So I need one that can carry a trailer. There is a better one that you can buy once you get to Alaska. It has upgrades. So this one will be replaced early Alaska. This one will be replaced late Michigan. But these three are going to be my my crew for pretty much the entire playthrough. So yeah, that's my crew. That's the crew we're going to go with. That's how we're going to play this game in less than 200 hours. That's how we're going to do this playthrough in less than 14 years. less than 40 weeks to get through Michigan. We're going to get through it much quicker than that. So, but it is coming up on an hour here, and so that means it's time for me to take a break. If you are watching on Twitch, stick around. I'll throw up the BRB screen. Be right back. I'm going to be streaming for another 4 hours or so today. If you are watching on YouTube, though, that's the premiere episode. I hope you enjoy it. You will want to come back for the next episode to see just how monstrous these things are and how I upgrade them and how good they can be. So, yeah, if you're watching on Twitch, stick around for a couple minutes. I'll be right back. If you're watching on YouTube, come back for the next episode. It's going to be dropping tomorrow, the day after this one. My SnowRunner episode is going to be dropping Monday through Friday at noon U.S. Central Time. That's Chicago time in the U.S. Iowa time. Iowa is easier to type in if you're trying to see what time it is. You know, it's like time in Iowa, current time in Iowa. It'll tell you the difference. Anyway, 12 p.m. U.S. Central Time, Monday through Friday. Civilization drops 6 p.m. Monday through Friday, and then racing on the weekend. So, yep. Stick around on Twitch. I'll be right back. YouTube, be back in the next episode. Either way, I'll see you then.